Hi, my name is Ameer Selden. This is my speech about camping. There are many questions about camping, and ironically, camping can take on many meanings. Camping for one person can mean privacy in the middle of woodland, or another individual might think of camping as a motorhome with all the facilities as there will be at your house. Whatever the definition is, it is an experience that should be tried by everyone. My favorite memory of camping goes back to when I was at least 8 years old, and I was upstate Pennsylvania, and I was with my whole family. I went on a woodlong trip to camp on the campgrounds of Knobles. Knobles is located in a town called Ellsburg. Since there roughly about seven of us was going, and we rented two RVs, which is recreation vehicles. Along with that, two tents for the children to sleep in at night. The best part of the trip for me was when my family went around the campfire and sat at night and told stories to one another. Camping for me seemed quite natural, and to this day it still does. If you think about it, we spend a lot of time outside, so why not camp sometimes? The U.S. Environment Protection Agency has posted on their website at www.gov states that approximately 90% of people life spent is indoors. The same article goes on state. Sorry about that. The same article goes on state. I think it was in the last 7 years, a growing body of scientifically seriously polluted than the outdoor airs in even the largest and most industrialized cities. Spending time is great. Spending time is a great way to visualize the lungs, visualize the lungs. The phase city air, is often thought of as air being polluted, while country air is used to describe healthy air. Breathing the country air is usually a person feel revitalized. I'm sorry. There is no better way to receive the country air than while camping. Another good part about camping is being under the sun. The sun rays help the human body with the production of vitamin D. Actually, the only way that a body can produce vitamin D. The only way the body can produce vitamin D is by the exposure of the sun. Feeling the warm rays of the sun hit the face is always a welcome sensation. Being outside in the sun is another great advantage of camping. Of course, the question always arises about camping is insects, bugs, and allergies. In many years that I've camped, the only threatening insects I have encountered besides sounds of crickets are mosquitoes. Excuse me. The threat of insects can be often resorted in certain basil leaves, as my aunt always called it, the bay leaves and rosemary in the campfires. As strange as it might sound, it really works. For the most part, insects are a minor part of the camping experience. We recent downturn of the economy. People are always trying to find ways to have fun. Camping is an excellent way to have fun while keeping the overall cost down. A night to stay at Clayton RV Park in the Pocono Mountains costs $30 a night. The fee includes water, sewer, and electricity. A weekly stay at a Clayton RV Park in the Poconos would cost around about $245. The price includes the same utilities and everything, electric, everything. The tools, equipment needed to camp is minimal, and Basically, the things that you already have in your home. If going camping for a couple of days is more or more, it is a good idea to bring a tent with a rain flap. It is wonderful to sleep it is wonderful to sleep under the stars. Sleeping bags are almost a must. They can keep people warm and comfortable. You will need a flashlight or light lanterns and a trusty cooler. Let me see what else. Water. Water is a must. If you don't have a cooler, you can use natural refrigerant. You use naturally refrigerate to keep your beverages cool. Like waters, you could get a bucket of cool water, sit in that, and it'll cool off. Um, like food, you can use your campfire to heat up and warm up your food. You can make something. Your pans you can put over campfire out of rocks and stuff, wood. You can have fun with that. But the simple method works. If you are by a river or lake, you have some. If you are by a river or lake, you have submerged your cans or bottles underwater with the rocks and cold water. It does not take long for beverages to reach water temperature. Pots and pans, necessary camping supplies if you plan to bring food. Wire grills or camping grills, which are placed over a fire to meet, are also usually at stores. Matches is a camping must. You must have matches at all times, because if you don't have matches, then you have to use nature's way with a stick and rocks. And some people don't really know how to do it, but some people do. And bug spray and sunblock are critical for campers who are not insect friendly. Raincoats and heavier clothing are important, as rain showers, especially in the summer nights, may occur even when unexpected. A tarp may be utilized in many ways on a camping trip. As stars and a waterproof, various tool items such as pocket knives, hammers, and strings may also come with a compass and may also come in handy during a camp. And when camping with kids, whistles and compasses should be used. A dry bag, waterproof, should also be brought to protect any electronics and other fragile or important items. Obviously, toiletries should also be brought along other outdoor encounters. And let me think. Uh, camping can be a great thing sometimes if you let it to be. But that's about how I like to camp. And what's good? Let me say, what's great about camping? What's great about camping? What's great about camping? It allows you to travel all over the state without the worry of hotels, restaurants, activities. Camping can take you to the big hills of California, to the hustle and bustle of New York. You may even find yourself at a nearby state park. No matter where the campsite is, a camper will fill miles away from the city. Camping gives you the ability to see the beautiful locations at first sunlight, in the middle of the day, at sunset, and under the stars. It can be amazing how different the same objects can look throughout the day. Campers often express how a feeling comes and goes from their body when they reach the moment when the day they tremble leaves. when the tremolo leaves their body. Virtually every camper experiences this moment. Most people say the experience is specific to when they are experiencing nature, and the relaxation is made how much the simpler life is when outside with nature. Um, Returning to nature often allows campers to return to their true selves. It it is this discovery that should be experienced by all. The benefits of camping can also be in families. Some people who don't like the idea of camping give the reason of having to camp with people in such a confined confined space. Uh, if this confined space that, when allowed, can create close bonds between anyone. When families go camping, they put jobs and everything else aside. There is no place for video games, TVs, or radio. The elimination of all distraction allows relationships and family bonds to be renewed and strengthened. Some of this may be the reason. Some of this may be forging for two. Some of this may be the reason why people come closer, and might be the reason why people don't stick together, because they don't camp a lot. They don't try and do new things with their families to strengthen their love and their bond between each other. Now, since food is always an item that people cannot do without camping, do without camping efforts, it affords the opportunity to some refreshment of nature food Mother Nature has to offer. Imaginably, campers need to think out of their minds. Their meals, their meals probably can be better if they try nature's food. Like, all you need is cooking oil, a cooking grate, a spatula, a pan, some breeding if desired. After you clean the fish, some breeding if you desire. If you catch a fish, after you clean the fish and gut it and cut it into fillets, dip both sides of each in the bread until that you have placed over the campfire the oil that you heated. And like, basically you just do a great job at trying to create something. You're making all natural things. Like, fish is the easiest things to pan. You gut it, clean it, scale it, put it over the pan, then you try to fry it, and when you fry it, you make sure it's well done, make sure it's burnt. So basically, to sum it all up, all in all, camping is one of the most basic and enjoyable activities that can be experienced by all. It has no requirements other than willing participation, no matter if the experience is in a tent or a luxury camper. Getting outside in the wilderness can provide a lifetime of memories. And also, these are my members that was here watching me and listening to me do my production on, and my I'm kind of lost in words, do my speech on camping. This is my cousin Eric Perry, who's one of the members in my audience, and this is also my little brother Selden, and that was my speech on camping.